Redefining corporate finance and expense management while staying at the forefront of innovation? Well, that's exactly what Ramp is trying to do. We're going to find out how on this episode of Taking Stock.
Finance automation is the name of the game. Ramp is a New York-based fintech company. We focus on finance automation, expense management, budgeting, procurement, and corporate credit cards. US-based businesses trust us with their expense policies, corporate credit card issuance, and a lot of their day-to-day accounts payables transactions. And so we're very, very happy to be able to help them automate, help them be more impactful.
How do you stay at the forefront of innovation, ahead of the curve, especially in a rapidly changing financial industry, but also as technology and AI is rapidly changing as well?
We think of ourselves here at Ramp as a product-first and engineering-first organization. We think it's a very, very competitive space, and so we invest a lot in automation. We invest a lot in AI. In fact, just this year, we acquired a generative AI company. That company now actually forms the core of our applied AI team here inside Ramp. And so all that goes toward improvement of both internal efficiencies and how we manage our company internally, but also a lot of this will go toward automation and more outward-facing, customer-facing products as well. Let's
talk about your quarterly report. This report came out with findings exactly how consumers are using your product. Tell me about that.
The Ramp benchmark reports we put out about once a quarter. We've done it for about a year and a half now. We're the only company in our space, in our industry, to put something like this out. We're very excited by it. This quarter, we were able to extract a few interesting insights about how some of our customers are using the Ramp platform, and what are some lessons that CFOs and other business leaders can take away. So one interesting insight is actually that companies are spending a little bit more now this quarter relative to prior quarters on advertising. This is pretty interesting because it means that some businesses are a little bit more optimistic about growth. That's insight number one. Insight number two is that travel spend is also coming back up as a percent of overall corporate spend. Last quarter, I think we're sitting right around 15%. This quarter, we're sitting at around 17 or 18%. So back to office, remote work, hybrid environment, et cetera, whatever is your specific company policy, for sure, people are actually traveling more and more now. The third interesting insight is the fact that after customers on Ramp have spent more than, let's say, a year or so on the platform, what we're seeing is a fair amount of vendor consolidation. And so what I mean by that specifically is that customers come into Ramp on average with maybe 20-ish software SaaS vendors. After spending about a year on the platform, that number actually comes down to about 16 or so.
Yeah.
That's actually pretty interesting because it means that potentially these businesses are cutting back on wasteful spend. They're cutting back on duplicative vendors, and they're being a lot more disciplined about budgets. And that's one of the things that the Ramp platform is really good at, and that's actually one of our main missions as a company. So it's really good to see actually that play out in the data set itself.
Well, a lot of very important information there. Thank you so much, Alex, for joining me today.
Thank you so much.